San Antonio, 3-1. We mentioned earlier David Robinson sitting out once again because of that back injury. For more on that, let's get back to Jim Gray.
All right, thank you, Marvel. We got a new diagnosis today on the David Robinson injury. Here's what it is. A piece of his disc is broken in his back. That has caused a chip bone, which is affecting the nerves. Because the nerves are affected, he does not have control of his legs. He can't always feel them, particularly his right foot. Before the game, he was trying to pick up some cups, doing some balancing acts back in the locker room. He was unable to bend down and pick up a cup on one leg. He said he just doesn't feel as though he's ready to play. He had wanted to play a couple of days ago, but the doctors are advising him that he is not ready and he cannot play. And having seen him do those exercises, Marv, he's some ways away. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Jim. Yes, David Robinson played a total of just 7 minutes in the earlier series against Seattle, sitting out the last 3 games. The official.
Even in those days. And for the white-shirted Spurs, well, all you got to say is Duncan and Robinson. You're talking about Stu, the Twin Towers.
Yeah, and, you know, they're used to playing with the Twin Towers. So without David, and David, as we talked about, hasn't played much in the last month, only about 7 minutes in about the last month. So it's going to be interesting to see how long and how much he can give to the Spurs.
Shaq trying to get position on Robinson. Goes right through him. And the crowd looking for one time that when he was a kid, David Robinson blew him off when he asked for an autograph. And as a result, he has played very well against David Robinson.
Well, it's tough to stop a man that way. When he decides he's going to the basket this way, he goes over, through, and scores against David Robinson.
Evan George coming on for Rick Fox. Spurs with a 7-4 lead. We played 4 minutes. Fisher on a quick release. And last touch by...
I like the idea of going to Steve Smith in the post early in the game to get him involved, particularly against the Devin George matchup.
Shaq hearing it from this crowd as he goes glass. Defending against Shaquille O'Neal. Here's Shaq. And the game is tied.
Daniels gave San Antonio a great lift last game, coming off the bench with 14 points.
He's got great energy and athleticism going to the basket.
Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq, and you can see he's grimacing.
Well, could be that same ankle that they treated him for prior to the game as he tried to pivot.
Aspects of his game is his ability to pass the ball, especially in high-low situations to Duncan. An excellent post feed.
Oh, Robert Horry just went down. Apparently he's all right.
He ran into Tim Duncan's chest. That's what put him down.
Foul before the shot attempt. It's on Robinson, his second.
That was called laying wood in the old days, right?
Yes, he put a little wood on Horry on that cut.
O'Neal, quick release by Shaq, going to. Now you look at the stat line, 5 for 10, 12 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, but not able to dominate the way he usually does.
Injuries really play a huge factor once you get to the playoffs. 82 games, you can get bumped and bruised and nicked. Last year in the San Antonio Lakers series, Derek Anderson was hurt. It just happens. You see it all throughout the league. Mashburn out with Charlotte. Injuries are a critical factor.
And I heard Kenny Smith saying in the studio show last night that Chuck Daly had mentioned the difference between the second round and first round is that inevitably there are injuries that take place, and all you have to do is look at Shaq getting hurt, Kid, smacking heads last night, getting hurt. The second round seems to produce injuries. More games, becomes a little more physical.
The foul called on Robinson, that's his 4th.
Well, you see Shaq flashing in there. Robinson's trying to ride him up the dotted line. Contact, tough call against Robinson. Said he grabbed him around the waist.
David Robinson sits down. Representative said. I'm not talking basketball, I'm talking in general. Away from the telecast. Shot clock down to 2, down to 1, and Horry did not realize it.
That's a bad feeling for a coach.
Horry's a terrific actor.
Oh, are you doubting?
No, not me.
Robert Horry? O'Neal rebounded.
Out, air ball's a jump shot that he normally shoots very well. It's very tough when you haven't played a lot to be in rhythm.
O'Neal, Bowen with the block from behind. Shaq.
Are you going to blow the whistle on it?
Tony Parker's got to protect against the lob to O'Neal right here.
4 on the shot clock. O'Neal did not hit the rim. It's a 24-second violation. Bryant played again by Bowen. Here's O'Neal. Robinson has 5. Shaq thought he was fouled.
Ну что ж, Лос-Анджелес Лейкерс. Матч 2002 года, поэтому ожидаемая стартовая пятерка. Шакил О'Нил, Коби Брайант, Дерек Фишер. Чужую половину взял в руки. Передачи не разобрались. Рик Фокс просил сейчас у Коби мяча, не получил, но при этом сколько моментов по этим первым 5 минутам, 4,5. Ори, Шак. Робинсон в защите. Шакил О'Нил давит его. Потрясающее преимущество в массе. Ничего особенного не делает. Он сильно-то не толкает. Он просто движется к своей заранее намеченной цели. Атакует не то, что звучит сирена, но мяч уже выпущен. Брайант подбирает его. Атакует вновь. Вторвается на блокшот. И опять везет. Фокс на Шака. Шак получает мяч под кольцом. Начинает сам. Ух ты, Шакил О'Нил. Шакила и Коби. Шак сбрасывает Коби. И Коби достаточно часто ассистирует Шакил О'Нилу. Шак тут же начинает. Коби. Ори, хорошо прогнали мяч. Фокс почему-то не стал это делать. Очередной передачи на Фишера, полез со... Хотя в Чикаго, конечно, ярко выраженных центровых, таких как Шак, не было. Поэтому приходилось против больших защищаться всегда командой. Шак. Точно очень много ему дал. Фокс. Любому другому человеку это скидка. Тони Паркер из-под кольца прозевали. Дэвид Робинсон, великолепный пас. Ну что ж, Шакил О'Нил пытается сделать скидку игрока, ну, фактически скамейки. Для игрока замены. Шак. Врывается в 3 секунд, атакует через руку Дэвида Робинсона. Не точно. Очень важное попадание. Конечно, но не решающее, но тем не менее. 3-очковый в такой ситуации. Плюс 10 сразу. У хозяев площадки ликуют трибуны. Шак помогает заслоном. Коби Брайант. Отходит от него. Дэвид Робинсон. Брайант воспользовался, атаковал неудачно. И вновь он. Нет, скидка на Шака. Шак не смог приручить мяч, это сделал. Да, Лейкерс в этой четверти. Просто удручающе выглядит.
Ready to go tonight.
We'd like to ask you why.
Well, there's my
Just
reason.
throwing it out there. And here is Shaq, played by Robinson, going to the hook.
To Duncan the way they intended to, then he felt Porter was a better spot-up shooter and also draws fouls with his pump.
And they have it in Tim Duncan.
Duncan, though, in this series, shooting only 41%, although he has led San Antonio in scoring. Here's Shaq, and rebounded by Duncan. That's so the Lakers have a backcourt now of Shaw and Hunter with O'Neal, Fox, and George up front. O'Neal lost it. has been showing some signs here in the second quarter. 5 minutes remaining, and the Spurs up by 8. Here's Shaq getting inside and throws the facial at David Robinson.
That's the first time in 2 games now that we've seen him finish off a dunk with a defensive player on top of him. Remember, he got 3 shots blocked at the rim last game. He's been fouled a couple times, but he hasn't been able to finish with the other defensive player on top of him. That time, he threw it down strong and now goes to the free throw line to try and make it a 3-point play.
When you're guarding O'Neal, you can't give him angles to the basket because there's no chance to recover around his big body. So if you can't prevent the pass from getting in, you can't be on his side. You've got to play him behind and hope for help.
Puts the move on Tim Duncan. Bryant has not been able to get going. Being guarded now by Daniels. O'Neal over Robinson. And Duncan with another. Bryant able to keep it alive. O'Neal. And the foul is called. O'Neal was double teamed. And Robinson picks up his 3rd.
To me, with all the contact that's allowed so far in this game, that is a cheap foul. That is one that could have been let go.
Line and Fisher and Bryant in the backcourt. And this crowd trying to get something going. O'Neal has the ball knocked away, last touched by Shaq. 83, the Spurs 87. It will be the Los Angeles Lakers and the Sacramento Kings in the Western Conference Final Series. Kobe Bryant, 26 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Shaquille O'Neal, 21 points, 11 rebounds, 5 block shots. And that man, Tim Duncan, 30.